São Paulo, one of the largest cities in South America. A sprawling metropolis of endless streets, towering buildings, and a rhythm that never stops. Nearly 20 million people call it home. But around the concrete, the asphalt, and the hum of traffic, life persists in unexpected pockets of green. Small, resilient, and stubbornly beautiful. Brazil, one of, if not the most biodiverse places on our planet. It is home to 6 great worlds of life, each with its own rhythm, colors, and creatures. The Amazon, Caatinga, Cerrado, the Pantanal, Pampa, and the Atlantic Forest, also known as Mata Atlântica. In São Paulo, we find a rather rare occurrence, 2 of these worlds meeting in a single reserve: the dry, fiery Cerrado and the lush, humid Atlantic Forest. And today, that is where I'm headed. The park has 2 trails. I'm going to explore the Trilha do Saci. The first biome I'm walking into is the Cerrado. It's a mosaic of shrubs and grassland. Twisted trunks, scattered trees, and a total lack of greenery. All adapted to survive long, dry seasons and natural fires. The climate here is hot. The air is dry. and the sun is blazing. Every step I take, I create little clouds of dry red dust. But there is life here, if you look closely enough. Mostly dwelling underground, thick exoskeletons, lighter colored bodies, all adapted to the heat and fire. Some even lurk in the shadows. The fauna here cleverly adapts to mimic the flora, necessary for survival. The end of the first part of the trail, and I find myself at the entrance of the next biome, Mata Atlântica. I take 10 steps through what seems like an invisible door. Immediately, the air thickens and the humidity here is like a cool embrace. From seeing tones of brown and gray, I am suddenly thrust into a sea of green. The temperature drops. The light softens, filtering through a dense canopy. I am surrounded by the symphony of cicadas and birds. There are signs of life everywhere. Here too, the fauna adapts to the forest. And how better to mimic the forest than to be see-through, the glass butterfly. As I walk across a small bridge, I find myself in a clearing called Morada do Saci. Saci is an iconic figure from Brazilian folklore, a one-legged, mysterious and mischievous young boy, a trickster who plays pranks on those who find themselves in his forest. Not evil, mind you, but a playful symbolic figure meant as a metaphor of nature's unpredictability. Fitting, as you truly feel like you have been hypnotized by the Atlantic forest. then I hear it. The unmistakable guttural roar of the howler monkeys. I quickly give chase to catch a better glimpse. Upon reaching a small pond, I realized I had lost them. As mysteriously as they appeared, they vanished back into the forest. I stood there disappointed, but movement in the pond snapped me back out of my reverie. As I photographed the birds, I heard soft rustling of leaves on the tree behind me. I quietly turned to find an entire family of red howler monkeys feasting on plums. If there is anything I have learned photographing wildlife, it's accepting nature only reveals herself on her own terms. And when she does, you get to see something quite magical. I watched as the family of howler monkeys vanished back into the canopy. As I sat there, bewildered by what I had just witnessed, I was approached by a park guide. She told me there were about 5 families of red howler monkeys who inhabited the reserve, and how only recently the park had rescued a young howler monkey who had been injured when it stepped on the live electric wires that encroach and steadily surround the park. This is quite a common and heartbreaking reality of primates in São Paulo, where they once swung freely through endless green canopies. They now risk their lives crossing electric wires that cut through what's left of their ancient home. The park guide showed me on the map where it happened. The injured monkey was quickly taken to a rehabilitation center, where it's still recovering. I walked to the spot myself, and what I found stopped me in my tracks. The young monkey's tail still hung from the live wire. A silent and heartbreaking reminder of the scars we continue to carve into nature. I stood there in silence, absorbing the grim scene, when movement in the canopy caught my attention. A single howler monkey watched me, perhaps a friend of the one that had been injured. It didn't call, it didn't move, it just stared. For a moment, it felt as if it were asking, hoping to understand what had become of its friend. We shared that silence, heavy, wordless, until it melted back into the forest. As long as places like Parque Jaceguava exist and its diligent park staff continue to work to protect the life within these enchanted biomes, there is hope. The staff work around the clock. They keep a constant vigil. They monitor and ensure the safety of the fragile balance in this small part of the Atlantic forest. They constantly host hikers, researchers, biologists, botanists, photographers, and help educate and introduce the public to the wonders of this magical place.